If you've spent any time at all in the trading world, you know exactly where all the attention goes. It's all about the wins, right? The perfect entries, the flawless exits. It's this whole culture built around celebrating success, and it looks a little something like this. You see it everywhere, don't you? That perfect chart, all marked up. Entry here, target hit there. Blasted all over social media for the world to see. It's like a digital trophy. And right after the chart comes the proof, that glowing green profit and loss statement. It's the victory lap, it feels good, it gets likes, and it's what everyone focuses on. But what about the flip side? What happens when the trade just doesn't work? When that stop loss gets triggered? Well, the celebration music stops, the post vanishes, and all you get is silence. And you know what? In that silence, something way more important is actually going on. This right here, this is the real heart of our conversation today. We need to look past all the noise of the wins and zoom in on that quiet, uncomfortable moment right after a loss, because that is the moment of truth for any trader. Let this one sink in for a second. Seriously, it has nothing to do with how you act when you're on a winning streak. I mean, anyone can look like a genius when things are going their way. Your real character, your identity as a trader, that's forged in the 5 minutes immediately after a loss. Okay, so if that moment is such a big deal, what is it actually showing us? What layers of the onion is it peeling back? You see, a loss isn't just a financial hit. It's a full-blown psychological stress test. It exposes your emotional control. Can you stay calm, or do you fly off the handle? It tests your risk discipline. Do you stick to the plan you made when you were thinking clearly? It reveals your recovery intelligence. Do you actually know how to reset and get back on track? And ultimately, it just shows your real maturity as a trader. And this test, it pretty much forces every single one of us into one of two roles. In that moment of heat and pressure, you become either a gambler who's driven by pure emotion, or you become a predator who's driven by cold, hard strategy. It really is that black and white. So as we go through this next part, I want you to ask yourself, honestly, when that stop loss hits and your heart starts pounding, who are you? Okay, here are the two paths, side by side. The gambler? They act on total emotional chaos. They immediately think, I've got to get it back, and they jump right back in. That's revenge trading. Or maybe they double their position size, thinking they can make it back faster. Worse yet, they start seeing trade setups that just aren't there. But the predator, a completely different playbook. They pause. They might even walk away from the screen. They come back and reassess the market structure with fresh eyes. Their absolute number one priority becomes protecting their capital. And then they do the hardest thing in trading. They wait, patiently, for the right pitch. Now, this choice you make between being the gambler and being the predator, it leads to the ultimate consequence. Because this isn't just about one bad trade. This defines your entire career. It's the difference between having a real professional system and just running on hope. Let's be crystal clear about this. It's almost never the first loss that blows up a trader's account. It's the string of bad emotional decisions that follow it. That one trade you take right after a loss, that single decision, can erase an entire week of hard-earned gains. It literally has the power to decide how your whole month is going to end up. And this gets to the absolute core of it all. So many people think a trading system is just about entry signals and indicators, but I'm telling you, if you don't have a concrete, non-negotiable, written-in-stone rule for what to do after you take a loss, you don't have a system. You just have a bunch of ideas. And if you don't have a system, a real rule for that moment, what are you left with? Hope. You're just hoping the next trade works. You're hoping you can make the money back quickly. And in the markets, hope is not a strategy. It is without a doubt the most expensive liability you can possibly have. So we'll end with this. This is the question that matters so much more than what's your favorite setup or what indicator do you use. If you can't answer this question immediately with a clear and defined rule, then you know exactly what your homework is. So what's your rule?